Hello. So the weekend rolls around again. We've got a few adventures planned this weekend. So today we're going to go to a place called Pinned Cafe, which is in the CBD, the Big Smoke. I will do my very best to test my editing skills and put something on the screen somewhere that shows you their Instagram or whereabouts they are on maps or something of the sort. But we will be departing shortly. We're going to trek in there, meeting a few friends as well, and essentially we're just going to try their coffee. And they have an arrangement of like yummy drinks, as I would call them, things that are coffee related or adjacent to coffee. So you're like Mont Blancs and things like that. So I know a few friends will enjoy that, and we'll probably get something too. But I might report in when we get closer to that destination, and so we can show you I guess where we park and stuff, because we don't go into the city super often. And if I've learned anything from over the years that I have gone to the city, it's a pain in the arse to find parking. We'll probably also pay out of the arse for parking as well. So I'll report back in when we get there, and we can begin the trek and start the coffee adventure weekend. See you soon. We have in fact made it, and we're walking to the cafe now. Parking wasn't too bad. Those Wilson parking joints are like mazes though, tiny as well. Managed to fluke a park. $15 flat rate for the weekend, ain't too bad. Oh, for the Saturday. So we'll see how we go and see what the queue's like at this joint. We return. I didn't film too much while I was there. I probably should have, but we caught up with some friends and we ended up making a full day of it in the city, so definitely lost track of time. As you can see, now that it's dark and outside is bucketing down. Might even get a nice little bit of rain ASMR in the background. We'll see how that turns out. But it was a pretty cool spot. I like the hole in the wall sort of vibe. It was cool to go down like a classic Melbourne City alleyway and find a nice little cafe nook there. There's some other cool coffee shops and whatnot along there. I think there was a hair salon next door, and then Manchester Press is just a little bit further down. It's definitely a place for like those sweet desserty type drinks. They had a cool lineup. They were already out of the Mont Blancs when we were ordering, so they were obviously super popular. We ended up getting something very similar. I think it was called Lion's Mane, I want to say it was. Whipped cream, thickened cream. You do that, like the trick with the cream in the milk, and it kind of thickens up. You whisk it, and then like your coffee and orange zest. And I feel like there might have been ice cream in there, or something was a little bit sweeter. And that was delicious. That was awesome. And then I got like a normal, just strong flat white, and that was only okay. It wasn't anything that blew me away. There's other places that I would go to for like my classic milk drinks. I feel like it's a great spot for those like desserty drinks and like a novelty thing. Somewhere you should try at least once, I feel, and just get an idea for it, and if you're into that sort of thing. They also had some pastries in there that looked quite popular, like Portuguese tarts and whatnot. It was pretty good. I'm glad we went. I feel like I like going to those spots at least once just to see what they're all about. And sometimes you do just want a crazy sugary desserty drink, and you just gotta fill that gap. And that's what today was. Going to try and go somewhere else tomorrow with a completely different vibe. So we'll see how that turns out, and I will keep you posted, so stay tuned. I almost forgot, one of the highlights of the day, we got a sweet new cup that I'm very excited about. The colour doesn't look as good in the camera here, but it's like a milky green, and I'm hoping that when I put my coffee in it not changes colour, but you can see it fill in the cup. And I've decided that I'm like a cup collecting art. I gravitate towards cups in all kinds of places, and I honestly can't help myself. But this one was from Carhartt in the city. Very keen to drink out of this one. So that was exciting. Good morning, my friends. Outside with my new gut and my not new brew, but new beans. Got a brew in the morning, which I'm very much enjoying. But today's little intro / plan is we're going to go to a coffee roaster in Alinda. So it's out in the mountains. I'm a big fan of Alinda. I really like it. We looked at buying a house out there a little while ago now, but quickly realised that it was out of our reach. But it's super nice out there, super tranquil, and I find it crazy that there's a coffee roaster out there. I think that's awesome. But we're going to head over there, and I'm going to try copious amounts of coffees. I'll hit the classic, of course, and we'll see what the vibe's like. I'll probably even bring back some beans, because looking at Google Maps, it looks pretty cool. So, and I was also thinking back on yesterday's little coffee expedition into the city. And I know I mentioned that it was in the alleyways and whatnot, but it was quite cool. And I think it's important to try those new places, something different that you don't usually do, whether it's like a little bit further than you normally go, or a beverage that you wouldn't normally drink, just to sort of, switch it up a little bit, keep it interesting and exciting. Never hurts to just try something new. Even if you don't like it, at least you know, because I feel like not knowing is much worse. So that's kind of what this is all about for me. I'm just going to go to a bunch of places. I really like the journey, getting to the destinations and then drinking the coffees and whatnot when I'm there, and trying all these different places. And I don't look up reviews, so I literally find a place, I see if the vibe's good, even if it's not that good. I literally just plan to go, and I just really want to cover as much ground as I can and try and provide some sort of, maybe not insight, but point of view into what it's actually like, and how I found it and whatnot, and what I liked about it, what I dislike, if I even dislike. But most places are pretty damn good, and you can't really go wrong. But I guess the consensus is try something new, give it a go. You never know, especially with coffee. So it's always good to just branch out a little. But on that note, see you in a little bit. We have successfully made it on another adventure, this time to Olinda, the other side of, not really Victoria, but I may as well just say the other side of Victoria. Let's see if I can get you guys like a sweet view. It's called Storehouse Roastery. The weather's not ideal, literally freezing, but this is it here. It looks pretty rad. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back after we've had some goodies. We have just left. That place is definitely a vibe. I'll talk about it more in a bit. We have somewhat officially returned from our Olinda expedition to Storehouse Roastery, and that place is unreal. I'm a huge fan. It was super cool. The vibes were amazing. I don't know if it's just like being up in the ranges with the weather and the cold and the cozy cafe, but it was sick in there. Like when you first walk in, they've got like the espresso bar all set up, and then you can choose from their 3 different levels of roast and the single origin for the black coffee if you're gonna have one. And then they've got a giant wall of all their beans and the stuff that they sell. And like I got lost in there for ages. Like I had to just pick something and buy it, and then got a bunch of coffee, and I could have spent hours in there. It's super cool. It's a really cool vibe. I would definitely be going back, and I'm very keen to try their coffee because I got a geisha, so I'm gonna let it rest for like a couple weeks, I reckon, and then get stuck into that. But that was a cool spot. I'm glad we made the trip to go up there, and the people that tagged along also enjoyed it, so that's good news. Picked a winner. And it was a great suggestion from a friend of mine, just to off-road coffee. So yeah, it was pretty damn cool. Very happy with that. But till next time, I'll catch you in the next one.